Investigations tell me this. Okay. All right, look. There was a no-knock warrant, and there was plain clothes. All right. There's no drugs or illegal activity. Okay. Mary M. Shaw and Joshua James. These are the two people responsible, mainly, other than the officers. All right. I'm just throwing this out there. I'm gonna get to that. Okay. So Mary M. Shaw is the judge that signed the no-knock warrant. There was no proof or anything, so she basically went against her better judgment and just listened to this guy, which also brought up no proof or any evidence. Okay. Now, okay, there's insufficient evidence to even have a warrant issued nor signed by a judge. All right. This Tony Gooden, whatever, whatever. Anyway, postal inspector, he informed me that there was no suspicious packages or anything, so everything was cool. Okay, so and there was also an inaccurate report made by the cops, basically obstructing the justice, covering evidence of the homicide. Okay, now the 911 call proves that Walker had no knowledge of any police in his house because he said someone broke in and shot my girlfriend. All right, so he had no knowledge or was aware that there were any police that came into his house. He just seen some hostiles. Okay, I mean, and that's completely, justified. Okay, libelous and poor judgment. Okay, there was a false report and there was removing cameras. Okay, that's obstruction right there. Okay, Joshua James, how long did this guy investigate this trafficking? Okay, there was a 48-hour stall here. Okay, that's negligence right there. Okay, apparently the informant had bought something within 48 hours. Okay, if he had bought something within those 2 days, that's an awful long time to basically go into somebody's house and do anything about it. Even if they did do something, I mean, you should have had your chance. You had your chance. So. All right, nothing was even found, okay? And you can't just get a warrant or sign an affidavit, when something appears to be something. He's like, oh, it appears to be illegal activity or drug activity, it appears. Well, you better damn well know, okay? It can't just appear. You have to have solid evidence. So there was no evidence at all, okay? Just a bunch of suspicion and probably anger over all kinds of stuff that's going on right now, all right? Which doesn't help. Okay, so Joshua James is the man responsible, and the judge, Mary M. Shaw, for criminal negligence. This is why I believe those two should get involuntary manslaughter and criminal negligence. And the officers, they need obstruction of justice and administrative leave or fired, whatever, and they need to make restitution to the family. And also the cops should do some kind of psychological therapy or something, But this is what I either, think may happen or this is what pretty much should happen. Because, I think that's the only thing that's really going to make it right. Because that's the most rational way to put it. This is the most rational way to put it. It doesn't take a genius to figure this shit out, all right? The FBI is investigating all this stuff, Look, I sat here for about 30 minutes to an hour and figured the shit out, And this is basically what happened. I mean, it all happened fast. It doesn't take a whole big old complex explanation. It's very simple and straight to the point. And it was criminal negligence. They had bad judgment because there was no evidence. That was just assuming. They had nothing but assumptions. And then the officers, they didn't do their job after everything happened. They still continued not to do their job. So this is what I believe. This is what I believe, man.